be there, support, pray for them. But there's a fine line, like you don't want to enable in them. Keep like housing them and giving them money that supports their addiction. There comes a point like my family did an intervention on me and told me like they're gonna have to turn their backs on me if I don't accept help. And that was my turning point to come into recovery.
Syd Fizzard for Rebel News here in Calgary, Alberta for the Fresh Start Recovery Stampede barbecue event taking place behind me. As you can see, this event is hosted by an organization which supports those dealing with recovery, dealing with addiction issues. They have a few facilities inside between meals and beds and support for those individuals who are going through this. Obviously, this isn't just an issue here in Calgary. This is an issue that has become an increasing worry here in Canada, across the country, really. As homelessness spikes, so too does the closeness, the proximity to drugs, which causes a lot of homeless people to further get down addiction paths. And, you know, for the everyday person, plenty of us are going through addictions, whether you're smoking cigarettes or drinking your coffees in the morning. Sometimes that little thing that gets you through the day, well, other people, it's just a little bit more that they need going through their day. Obviously, trauma is a large factor when it comes to addiction and plenty more. But these are individuals here to help those struggling with addictions.
Fresh Start Recovery provides a 90-day live-in treatment program with roughly an 80% completion rate. With 123 treatment beds between Lethbridge and Calgary, those seeking support are provided individualized care. In stark contrast, places like Vancouver and Toronto have prioritized tax-funded consumption sites. This may possibly reduce the risk of overdoses, but does nothing to address the increased number of users or the crisis itself. We spoke with Fresh Start's executive director and
one of the individuals who's going through, or rather has gone through, the process here at this facility, a man who says if it weren't for this facility, he would probably be dead.
Grateful to be here, grateful to be a part of Fresh Start, and for those struggling, we're here when you're ready to come. Hope to see you soon.
Recovery is a addiction treatment center for individuals that are struggling with substance use issues. Yeah, so this center in Calgary is a 50-bed facility. We have a 23-bed facility also in Lethbridge, and in partnership with the government of Alberta, running one of the recovery communities in Lethbridge.
My addiction brought me to homelessness. I had my son taken away from me by my dad for a couple of years, and I was living out of a storage unit on the streets before I made it here.
Why do you find that you were in that position in life?
I'm good, thank you though.
Just from like trauma and like for people, drugs and alcohol is like the solution for the pain until it doesn't work no more. And once you've reached enough pain
Get it settled,
and you get that courage to reach out for help, it's how people like me end up in places like this.
We see downtown Calgary, there's a lot of people that are suffering with addictions. How is it that they decide that this is what they want to do? How do they go through it though?
There's a chain of events that happens in everybody's lives. Sometimes it's as a result of being arrested. Sometimes it's a result of family. Sometimes it's a result of they just had enough and they want to change. Every individual, again, is uniquely different and in that pathway of what brings them here. We need more time, more resources to be able to address the ongoing need. It's real, it exists, and the government certainly is coming to the table and addressing that with additional beds, but it's still like today's event. We still need community support. That makes a difference in us doing what we do.
There's lots of help available when people are ready. It's just a lot of people think that, okay, I'm ready for treatment now. I'm going to go to treatment today.
What?
But the unfortunate reality is a lot of treatment centers are full and there's wait lists to get in. So the quicker that they make that decision, get on the wait list to the treatment centers. There's detox available. There's detox centers that will hold people until they're ready for treatment. The 12-step community is free. There's hundreds of meetings around Calgary. So if someone really wants the life of recovery, it's available to everybody. Reaching out is probably the hardest part. It takes a lot of courage, and you got to get past that denial part of like, a lot of people think when they're trapped in addiction, like I can give this up at any time I want. But if that was the case, then I think they would have gave it up a long time before he reached the state of like homelessness and stuff like that. So you got to get to that point where it's like, I can't do this on my own. I need help. And that's the first step to recovery.
So there's always, it's increased. Yeah, there's individuals, as recovery becomes more socially understood, more people are reaching out and seeking a different way of life. Every individual's, has their own journey, their own path, their own trajectory forward. It looks like a better way of life. It looks like becoming an acceptable, responsible member of community. It means coming back, giving back, showing up. If I don't break his anonymity, this guy here is a great example, right? He came, went through, he works for us now. He's came take a job, and he does amazing work every day that he's here with us. So it ranges from something like that to somebody returning to the oil patch. So.
And what advice would you have for friends or family of those who are going through addiction? What advice would you have for them to help pull this individual back into the daily strings of life?
Just be there as support, pray for them, but there's a fine line. Like, you don't want to enable them. Keep like housing them and giving them money that supports their addiction. There comes a point, like my family did an intervention on me and told me like they're gonna have to turn their backs on me if I don't accept help. And that was my turning point to come into recovery. So just like pray for them. There's a power behind prayer. So pray for the ones that are struggling, and you want to be there for support, but you want to find that line, give them resources, suggest that they get help, and just kind of help them on their way.
If you were to picture your life without having been able to go to this facility, what would that look like?
My life, if I didn't make it here when I did, I probably wouldn't be alive right now. That's the reality of it. I'd be dead or in jail. 90% of the people that I used to hang out with, they're all gone now. They've all passed away, and
No, I'm not.
so I wouldn't be alive if I didn't make it here when I did.
When you're here looking back, what makes you want to stay in this life that you have now?
That's the whole part of like giving back, and I found a new life in recovery. It's better than the life I had before. So I always keep working my recovery, and I always want to be an example and help guide the new people coming in to give them the opportunity that I had, show them that there's a life waiting for them in recovery.
FixOurCities.com is where you have to go if you want to see the latest on our coverage, fair reporting on not only the homelessness, but the drug crises that are plaguing Canada right now.